All right, fam, so we got all of our ingredients out here, and all we need to do now is chop down our ingredients that need to be diced down. Then we're gonna add those to the food processor, followed by our wet ingredients, followed by our dry ingredients. We're gonna give it a nice little blend. We're gonna throw it on the stove to let it simmer and boil for a few minutes. But for right now, let's get to chopping. First thing we're gonna dice down is our mango. So the mango, as you know, you cut it down the sides and basically get the seed exposed. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done. So instead of cutting it like we usually cut a mango, I'm gonna cut it right down the middle because I'm gonna be sliding the mango itself out of the whole section and then dicing it up. So the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna throw those to the side real quick. Then I'm gonna just slide right on over into here, lay my knife a little flat, and then when I get to cutting it, I'm just gonna press my knife down like I'm making a fillet. This isn't a fillet knife, but it's gonna work just the same. So as you can see, I got my mango skin right here, got our mango piece right here, and we're gonna dice this down into small pieces. Just like that. We're gonna make a little pile over here, then we're gonna throw them in our bowl. We're gonna do this to all of the pieces we got. We're gonna grab our mango bowl. We're gonna fill it up. Next up, we're gonna chop up our onion. All right, so with our onion, we're gonna just go ahead and chop it up into smaller pieces. We're gonna do it just like this. Lay it down flat. We're gonna come into the rivulets just like this. Then I'm gonna do a center cut just like this. Do one more center cut on the top, just like this. And I'm just gonna come right down the side right here. That's one half. Let's hurry up and finish this before we start crying too bad. Let's go ahead and get this other half diced up. Now we got our onion diced up. Let's add it to our bowl. Now we got our onions diced up. Time to move on to our 4 cloves of garlic. We'll go ahead and grab one more small one because that was like a half. We got our garlic here. Now we're gonna chop these up real quick. I'm just gonna chop them into small segments here. I'm not gonna get too fancy with these. All right, so now we got our garlic chopped up. We're gonna go ahead and add it to the bowl. All right, so now comes the fun part. We're gonna be dicing up our peppers. So we're gonna get 12 of these Buena Mulata peppers. There's plenty more than 12 in here, but I'm gonna take what we need from here. So now we're gonna unpackage the peppers we need. Smells so good. That smells really good. So we're gonna get 12 of these. So we got one. They're already deveined and everything, so they're not gonna bring the heat. The Trinidad's gonna bring the heat. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, now that we got the 12 of these, we're gonna go ahead and dice these up. Just give them a nice little dice up here. Whew. As soon as I started slicing these, the onion juice that was on the cutting board just started to get at my eyes. Whew. All right, we got the Buena Mulata peppers chopped up. So why don't we go ahead and move on to this Trinidad scorpion pepper. We're gonna leave the seeds and all with this so that we can actually get the kick that we're looking for from this pepper. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the green off of it. We're just gonna cut it straight in half. We're gonna go ahead and dice this up, veins and all. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and put my knife away and grab our spatula here that we're scooping our peppers with, and I'm just gonna grab these right here, move them on over to the bowl. Then with my gloves, so I don't touch anything, I'm gonna go ahead and disrobe these gloves. So I'll give y'all a quick look at everything before we get started with the blending process. First up, we got the diced mangoes. Next up, we got the diced onions, white onion. Next up, we have our diced Buena Mulata peppers with the Trinidad yellow scorpion in there. Next up, we have our diced garlic. First off, with our dry ingredients, we have a ½ teaspoon of allspice. We have a ¼ teaspoon of ground cumin. We have a full teaspoon of ginger. We have 2 tablespoons of honey. And since our apple cider vinegar is mixed up to the top, I'll just show you all the bottle, but we have a ½ cup of apple cider vinegar. We have a ¼ cup of agua, water. And we have a full teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. So that's our ingredient lineup. And like I said, we're gonna be adding the solid ingredients, followed by the wet ingredients, followed by the dry ingredients. So let's get mixing. First up, we're gonna throw our mangoes in, followed by our onions, followed by our diced peppers. Next up, the garlic. You know what? We'll go ahead and add our dry ingredients first. So now we're gonna add our dry ingredients. So we're gonna go with our allspice, ground cumin's next, ginger be the next one. That's all of our dry ingredients. So we're gonna go with our most dominant wet ingredient first, which is our apple cider vinegar. We gotta go slow with it because it's filled to the top. We don't want to spill any. Apple cider vinegar goes in there first. Oh, we forgot our salt, so we'll add our salt. That's another dry ingredient. After the apple cider vinegar goes into the water. And after the water, last but definitely not least, our Texas honey. That's good enough. So now that we got all of our ingredients inside of our food processor, we're gonna go ahead and close it up. Throw our top on. And then we're gonna turn her on. Start with low, and then we're gonna go over to high. Starting with low. Now that we've gotten it all mixed up, we're gonna go to high. We got a good mix up going, but now what I wanna do is scrape the sides to make sure that we get all of our ingredients mixed up into our mixture here. Now we're gonna close it back on up. We're gonna go for some pulses. So now we're gonna just kind of pulse it and try to get some really good blending in. All right, y'all, take a look at that. Won't y'all just take a look at that? That's beautiful. We're looking real nice. So now we're gonna take this and we're gonna throw it on the stove top, give it a 10-minute simmer, let it thicken just a tad bit, and then we're gonna be finished. So let's get it. All right, fam, so we got our stovetop ready and set up and everything like that. We got our mixture sitting right here all pretty. Now we're just gonna throw this in here. We're gonna let it simmer for 10 minutes. Let it thicken up a little bit, just a little bit. It's already pretty thick, so we're not looking to make it too thick. So one thing that y'all wanna remember is before you start your timer, you wanna make sure that you're at a simmer. So we're gonna let this get to a simmer, then we're gonna start our timer for 10 minutes, give it a nice stir, and we're gonna add it to the jar and be through with it. Let's get it. All right, fam, y'all know what time it is, we sizzling. So let's get it started. We're just gonna stir it up a little bit. Just gonna keep a nice little creamy stir on that bad boy. Nice little creamy stir on that bad boy right there. We gonna let it thicken up just a little bit. Let that bad boy get thicker than a Snicker, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. But we gonna come back when we all done with the 10-minute simmering, and then we're gonna show y'all our jarring process, and we'll be all good to go. So fam, let's get it. We're just getting some stirring in while we watch our big bro turf therapy over there to the left, and you know, just taking it all in, taking in the sense and the visuals of the sauce. You know, it's a beautiful sauce. Thanks Bestyet Journey, motivating and inspiring day by day. Fellow Leo gang. All right, you know what it is. All right fam, we're all finished with our sauce. She simmered for 10 minutes and she is looking pretty. Look at that. So we're about to pour it into these jars, and maybe we fill one, maybe we fill two, but let's find out together. Oh, we filled one, but that's okay. We're making it for Bestyet Journey, and we still got some we can taste test up in here. So look, we about to do the old finger licking good taste test right here. We gonna see how this turned out. So let's get it. That's really good. Oh man, that got some kick to it. Got some flavor. It ain't too spicy either. Y'all, that's where it's at. Bestyet, hey, Lydia, I am looking forward to you trying this, and oh my gosh, like this is about to be epic, yo. So look, y'all know what that means? That's Farmer Q is out.